This is the Nathan, Nat and Sean podcast.
Hi, everybody. Mark Beretta has been on Channel 7 for 30 years, and he didn't even start there, so he's been on TV for longer than that.
It's a real discovery. So we talk, first we talk cheese, of course.
And his origin story from how does a water ski champion become a broadcaster.
And then we have an idea on how we can protect the country.
Yeah, and the reason why is because he's in the Australian Defence Force. Well, he's a reservist.
Defence!
Anyway, it counts.
Yeah, Sean. So that was a bit of fun. Also, we are talking about Susanna Carr and Rick Arden. 40 years, unbelievable stuff. Some people went and met them.
Oh, yeah.
They had crowds. And one guy there said, oh, my God, they are just normal, nice, everyday people. And we are talking to people that thought that a celebrity would be that, and they weren't.
Plus, what was the last straw, the thing that tipped you over the edge? And you won't believe who was... onions. Who would have thought that onions would be the final straw?
Can I say something about the last straw too? What do you guys think about paper straws at the moment? They do not work.
No one believes that they
do not last the beverage in which you are drinking.
Oh, yeah. See, I don't really drink a lot of beverages that require
Natalie.
a straw because I have coffee.
No one likes
yeah,
it.
that's
Seriously, and it will not last the beverage. And then
If you get a thick shake or a thing, you're gone.
You should, Nathan, you can buy a straw that you then just keep in your bag.
I know,
and
but
then you've got a metal straw.
The only bag I've got is my work bag, and I don't walk around with a bag normally.
Well, you could though.
With a straw in it.
You're right, like a bum bag.
A straw bag. Just a straw bag. A straw bag.
What's that? A straw bag?
Oh, wow. What if I'm the first person that brings in straw bags?
Yes.
I know, Sean. Everyone will be wearing them.
Trademark, copyright.
Trademark, copyright, PTY Limited. What's the other one?
Brad Johnson's on the show as well.
This is Nathan, Nat and Sean. 937.
6:03, Nathan and Sean. Happy Thursday, or in my world,
Yes.
bin day.
Bin day.
Bins go out tonight.
Tuesday for us.
Bins go out
Fremantle.
tonight.
I brought the bins in yesterday, though, and it was hot. I didn't enjoy it.
Hey, it was so hot yesterday. You're right. It was so hot
Hey,
yesterday.
remember during COVID, your outing for the week was putting
Yes.
the bins out?
Yeah, I know.
Well, not so much for us, but certainly over east, they really in Melbourne, everybody used to get dressed up for it, remember, because that's all they could
That's
do.
all they could do.
And I used to be out there by the bins just like standing there stretching and then you see the authorities all punch you, grab the handle.
Yeah.
You know what? You really could have gone for a walk anywhere. Just said, look,
Yeah, take a bin.
Yeah, 100%.
Got a really long driveway.
I did see a girl walking just down the street like with a bin. And I thought,
Stealing it.
have you stolen it? Because you don't take your bin places.
No, but sometimes people go to their neighbours and borrow their green waste bin or
Oh,
something.
no,
That's what
you're
happened
talking
around
about things you borrow.
But they don't take the
They
bin
don't take
with
them,
them.
Sean. She was like walking down the street. It was like a handbag, but it was like a accessory.
Yeah.
It was like,
Yeah,
I
a
thought,
tote, a new tote.
You forgot your bin.
No.
Yeah, everyone
Maybe
goes
she
right.
had it as a gig.
Yeah,
One of my friends' son, he put a leaflet in the letterbox in his street, and he charges the neighbours $2 to put the bins in and out.
Does he?
Amazing.
Each house.
Yeah.
That's a low price, though.
I know, he's
think
got
$2.
That should be for the week. That should be
Yeah, once a week.
$5 a pop.
Should be
You're
now.
only putting it out once a week.
No, but isn't it like he's got a wife and family? I'm guessing this kid.
This child, yes.
So, I mean, come on.
Yeah, he's
He's
got
bills
cost of
to
uni
pay,
these
mate.
days.
I mean,
Hex
mate.
fees.
Yeah. Hey, talking about bins, the rubbish pile that's down.
Yeah, I had a
Hayes
look at
Street.
it again this morning.
There was no one there this morning. I
Yeah.
think
All the
I
good
think
stuff's
it's all the good stuff.
No,
gone.
it is legitimately a rubbish pile.
Now it is, Sean. But beforehand, I swear it was iPads.
It probably was.
The
Yeah,
lineup,
that's
mate.
what it was, a whole pile of iPads.
It's the Nathan, Nat and Sean podcast.
40 years of this.
Susanna Carr and Rick Arden. They've been there with you every night at 6 o'clock
Good evening and welcome to 7 News.
for 40 years.
Like a warm
Oh, my
For
God.
every historic moment. Because nobody knows news like Rick and Sue.
That's right.
and
I mean, we had them in last week to celebrate their 40 years.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
I love this story because anytime there's a story about the Perth Mint, I get up and about because my Uncle George used to work there, so I feel a connection to the Mint.
Yep.
And I was
Me too, because I
surprised
spend
to
money.
see-
So,
and
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Is that where it comes from? It's weird. Thought it just comes from the shops. Anyway, and we saw there was these commemorative medallions.
Yeah, we saw that in the paper.
So, and there's a photo of them printed on there from the 80s.
Yes,
so
it's an
funny.
old school photo,
Like
yeah.
dynasty sort of stuff. And I was like, I wonder what they are. You must be able to buy them or whatever. No. So Rick and Sue are doing some appearances around Perth. They did one at Lakeside Joondalup. My heart just warmed when I saw the amount of people that rocked up. It was like, remember when Bardo was big and they came to like Kincarinop Shopping Centre and all these girls were crushed?
Yeah.
It was that. They were Bardo. And people were losing their minds. And you got a commemorative medallion, which is amazing. Which now I think that we need, because we got one off the Navy, we got one off the American Consulate.
Yeah.
Yep.
When people meet us, we should be able to give them a medallion and going, there you go, that's the experience.
And then they can drop it in the bin on the way out.
Remember the WA?
Or it could be used at Aldi for the trolley as well.
Yeah.
When the US ambassador came in, we were able to get one, or the head of the Navy or whatever, and then we had our Australian Navy give us
something.
ours.
Yeah.
Oh, and ours was like a wooden steering wheel from a ship. You know, the wooden steering wheel, and it was like
It was a
plywood.
little bit embarrassing.
Well, they'd made them themselves rather than being minted.
So many people lined up to be the first there.
And
they
to have
travelled.
selfies
They
with
travelled
them.
from the country because they were like, and so we.
It's like, oh my God, Rick and Sue.
Isn't it amazing? I remember the time that I met Rick and Sue was exciting because we were in the media. But like now we just know Rick and Sue. But I forget that it must be a thrill to see two people that have been on TV for most of your life in reality.
I've got to say, I mentioned this the other day when we were just having a conversation. When you see them in the wild, it's even better.
Yes.
And one time,
So you see Rick down south all the time, don't you?
South.
Yeah.
He's part of the furniture down there. But seeing Susanna Carr at Claremont Pools doing her lap,
Oh,
and
yeah.
she yelled out to me once and said hello. And
She said,
because it
get
was
out of
Sue-
the way, peasant.
Yeah, exactly. Because it was Sue, my heart skipped.
I know. Once I saw Sue, every
said your
year,
name.
my mother and I take her to Best and Less to buy her a sack of knickers for the year. No, Sue wasn't there. There's Sue buying a
That's
sack
where Sue gets her sack of knickers.
her sack of knickers. And really, there should be a shop selling sacks of knickers. So one guy said that a Frenchman named Jean said his mother learned English by watching them on 7 News.
It's amazing, isn't
Isn't
it?
it crazy?
Yeah.
The things
So,
that people do.
I mean, they're good people to learn from because, you know, they enunciate properly.
They do.
Yeah.
We don't learn from us.
No.
Another guy, Trevor Wrigglesworth. That's
Great
a
name.
Yep. He came up from Cowramup. The cow place.
Kawaram up.
Is that Cowtown?
Cowarumat. Yes, it's
Cowtown. He came from there. He arrived at 8 a.m. to see them, and he lined up. And he
It's an early start.
Was right towards the front of the queue. And he said, it's not every day you get to meet the newsreaders. Every day, especially if you're from the country. And then he said this. They're just normal, everyday, regular, nice people.
Oh!
And you know what? They are.
They are.
They are. Guaranteed they are. But, that's refreshing when you walk away from that. But sometimes you meet celebrities and you walk on and go, what an effing whack job. Or they
just
were nasty.
arrogant. Yeah, just like when they treat you with disdain.
Oh, yes.
It's like,
Or
like you're something that they trod in and now you're stuck to their shoe. That's when you get that expression.
they're super keen to meet you, and that's desperate.
It's a fine line, isn't she?
They go, do you want to, can we take a photo? Yeah, no worries. And then they go, actually, do you want me to make a call in to your friends? And it's like, back off.
That's why I don't want to meet Chris Hemsworth.
When I got stalked by James Blundell that time.
Yes, yes, right.
Sang a song with him, and then he got my phone number and wouldn't stop ringing. Wanted me to perform with him. It's like,
what was that song again?
It was
Way
Way
Out
West.
West.
Way West,
I was like, I was his James Rain. I was like, no, I'm Nathan Morris. Good job. But this is the thing. For us, we meet a lot of celebrities, and we had some terrible interviews. But Nick Giannopoulos, if you don't know him, back in the day, there was Wog Boy.
Yeah, Wog's out of work.
There was a lot of just Wog TV shows.
Yeah, there was.
Everyone lent into that.
In.
And that was the time that he came in here, and he was strange from the beginning because we thought, oh yeah, he'll be an all right guy. And he's walked in, and he hasn't even really looked at Natalie and I, and he sat down because it was back before you were born, Sean. So he sat down, and Nat, didn't he? His head just went
He
down.
put his head down,
He put his head down like this, and he's like,
Made no eye contact with anybody.
And then so we just
And
started.
it was a pre-record, so it was after the show.
Yeah, and that's when
we're
Craig was still here.
Yeah. And we're like, well, let's just bang this out.
So
and
we just started talking to
asked him a question.
And the movie was
Wannabes, which is terrible. It's
pile
a
of
terrible
crap.
movie.
So you're peddling your rubbish, so be up and about.
Yeah.
So arms down on the desk, head down, talking to us. So we start talking to him during the interview. Then probably halfway through, he puts his up and goes, "What, are we doing this? Are we doing the interview?"
Have we? Well, why don't you ask me this during the interview?
What do you mean? What?
We are doing
And
the
so
interview.
rude. So we never did this because we're so nice here to everyone.
Everyone says that.
We wrapped it up and we just basically let it be known that we weren't very happy. And then he was walked out, and anyway, it was so great. Every day after the show back then, we used to go up to Jess's get a pie. So
Our bodies were temples.
We've gone to Jess's War Parts of Corner. Natalie, what was happening?
The publicist he'd hired a Perth publicist who we actually know quite well now. And she was tearing strips off him.
That's gold.
About how he was so disrespectful, so rude, and that,
The joy in our strides as we were working to get a Ned Kelly.
Ned
so
Kelly.
gratifying.
It's always a Ned, wasn't it?
To know that
Good morning, Glory.
it was him and not us. So, look, we love it when celebrities are nice, but we want to hear about that time when you met somebody and they weren't nice to you.
Oh, maybe it's not nice. It's like weird. Right?
Yeah.
So people meet Sue and they say, oh, my God, they're just like normal, nice, everyday people. And you thought maybe these people were going to be like that. And they were not. So anything at all. Maybe they followed you home. Hi, Peter.
Hello. How are you
Hey,
guys?
Pete, who did you meet? What happened?
Okay, so it was the world famous cricketer Viv Richards.
Oh, yeah.
It was after a game at the MCG in the early 80s. I was about 13, and it was West Indies versus Pakistan, so there was like 3 people there.
Yes.
Anyway, we went up and asked him for his autograph, and he refused. And I let him know that I wasn't very happy, and there was about 3 other kids behind me, and my friend, who were also trying to get his autograph, told them that he was an arsehole and he wouldn't sign autographs.
Yes.
He wasn't very happy with me, and he chased me out of the MCG.
He chased you?
Chased out of the MCG by Viv Richards.
Peter.
Yeah. He wanted to kill me.
Sean, how good was he when he was doing the runs? Is he quick?
He didn't have to run much.
He hit him so hard.
Honking them over the fence.
Oh, right, so you want to run because he hits them so hard.
Look, he had a bat in his hand. You'd be out of there to help.
What a great story,
Pete, how far did he chase you for?
At least 25, 50 metres I had to get out, and then I hid.
That's so funny.
Then he hit.
Yeah. See, back in the day, you get away with that.
Back in
You're
the
a
day.
sporting star. You go, I'm not taking this.
Celebrities ran after children, your children, and they hit them, and you went, well done.
Exactly. And that's what's wrong with the world, Dave.
But
I mean,
That's what's
get
wrong
hit
with
by
the
Viv Richards.
That's why you have kids that think they're cats.
I know.
That's right.
Thanks, Pete. That's a
Where it
cracker.
all started.
Matt's in Tapping. Hello.
Hey, good morning.
Hey, Matt.
Hey, who did you meet and they weren't nice or they weren't normal? What happened?
Well, they weren't really nice. So last year, me and my wife went to Broome last year in July.
Yeah.
And then we're at Divers Tavern in Cable Beach.
Yeah.
And anyway, I'm ordering a drink, and I looked to my right, and it was Chris Judd.
Yeah.
Out of all places.
Yeah.
And I said, oh, hey, how you going? You look like Chris Judd. And he goes, oh, I used to be a long time ago. And I thought, oh, maybe it's not. So I went and sat back down.
Did that lie work on you, you idiot?
Yeah. So I went and sat back down. I was telling my wife, I was like, I swear that's Chris Judd. I swear. And anyway, she goes, I just go and ask him. And so anyway, I asked him for a photo. And he goes, oh, no, not right now. It's not like he was eating or anything. I said, oh, that's pretty bloody rude. But anyway, so when we were about to leave, I said, man, like, you're one of my idols. Like, let me have a photo. And he goes, oh, do you want to have a photo with Andrew Embley as well? He was with Andrew Embley. I said, yeah, go on. So, but it took a while to get a photo, but he's just...
Yeah, no, you know what?
No.
Look,
I like that he batted you away twice.
for me personally,
going.
when you are eating and stuff like that, it can be annoying.
Yeah.
But you know what? If someone likes you enough to come up and say that to you, I feel the least you can do, and I'm not talking about Chapel Roan and Taylor Swift, because we get this in dribs and drabs, but the nice thing you can do is have a positive experience with them, because they like you, because them liking you means you're employed.
And also, it's just quicker to do it, because otherwise, like Matt went back to him 3 times. If you do it, go, yeah, no worries, mate, photo, bang, out, then you've done it.
Hey,
you're not being bothered for
How was the photo?
Everyone else was taking photos of him.
Oh, yes. Right. How was the... So you got the photo, yes? How was the photo?
Yeah, no, it was really good, yeah.
You know, I had to piss him off, walk up and go, oh, my God, you're Rebecca Judd's husband.
I didn't see Rebecca Judd, so he must have been on a boys' trip or something.
No, she was that came up buying plate.
Yeah. Weren't you there for Chase the Ace on a Friday, Matt?
Can't remember, to be honest. But,
so that means yes.
The joy gets packed.
it does. Thanks, Matt. Susanna, hello.
Hey, how you going?
Hey, Susanna. Famous name in WA, Susanna.
I know, I know, right? So I know this isn't the segment that you're doing at the moment, but this is just a really lovely story.
No. We are open for lovely
it.
stories, and there can't be a bad one about Susanna.
Yeah, no, exactly. So I'm 51 now, so this is when I was in high school, so this is like 35 years ago or something. We did something for English, and you had to pick a news reporter that you admired. And so obviously
you're going Anne Conti or
Alison yeah, exactly. So I've just gone, Susanna Carr, like the same name, but so we had to write a letter because obviously we didn't have mobile phones or emails or anything back then. Yeah. So I had to write a letter and send it off by the post to Channel 7.
Yeah. There would have been bubble writing, wouldn't there? Bubble writing in that? Yeah, of course.
Definitely. Definitely. And then a couple of weeks later, I was at home and the phone rang.
Yeah.
And so I answered the phone. And same thing, we didn't even have, phones that you could walk around with.
No. If you're listening, there was a rope that attached your phone, and you could only go a little while away.
You had to have all your conversations in the kitchen in front of the family.
Every time.
No. You used to go into the bathroom and then close the bathroom door so nobody could hear you.
Remember they had the super long cords?
They were rich,
obviously.
Yeah. Keep going,
Anyway, and so I've answered the phone and this lady goes, is that Susanna? And I said, yes, it is. And she said, it's Susanna Carr here. And I said, no, it's not. And she goes, yes, it is. And I'm like, oh, my God. Jesus Christ, my heart was, pounding and everything. Anyway, so then she ended up coming out to my high school and did this big presentation of her career and what she does and how good it is to be a journo and everything. And we lived in Pickering Brook, which is a little tiny country town up in the hills. Yeah. And so I went to school in Lesmurdy. So it was like a massive deal that this big celebrity.
Oh my God, of course. And it's seen as your celebrity friend because it was because of you.
How did she get your number, Susanna?
All Susannas, Sean, all Susannas have their numbers. Nathan's have their numbers.
No, because I had to write her a letter, so I put my phone number down in the letter. Yeah. And then years later, she doesn't even know this, but then years later, where I actually work now, we do fresh flowers for IGAs, and I would see her all the time having a coffee in Swanbourne at this little cafe, and I so many times wanted to go and say, hey, do you remember when you rang me? But obviously...
You know what?
She would love that,
You should do that because she would
love that.
She would love that. And you know what? She's going to listen to this too.
Yeah, so anyway, so she might remember that she did that, but she definitely made a little girl feel pretty popular.
Susanna's sticking together. You're a gang.
Nice.
It's a great story.
I thought you were going to end it, and then she king hit me.
Yeah, that's happy.
I would love to hear that. Then she swept the leg.
Okay.
Well, it's funny too because my kids are never going to experience anything like that. So it's kind of like a, it was like a big deal that, even now she's still, such an inspiration to everybody. But back then when she was only new, really.
No, but your kids can go down and...
I probably put her on the map, really.
Yeah, you did. It was you.
I know, we get to hug her all the time.
It's the Nathan, Nat and Sean podcast.
I want to know something, right? Because I thought sort of reverse age shamed my friends the other day because they told me that they do something. Now, Chris Pope, you know him?
Yes, I do know
and
Chris
Beck
Pope.
His wife. They make sure that they're home at the same time every day.
If you want to buy a house in Esperance, Chris Pope's the way to go.
By the way, if you want to buy a house in Esperance, they are beautiful. Isn't it, Natalie?
Not all of them.
Oh, no. We're talking about Nelson.
There was a dark period of architecture, let me tell you.
Yeah, but he's great for houses. Anyway, so they make sure they're home every day to watch Tipping Point.
The Australian one or the English one?
Tipping Point.
The Australian Tipping Point.
So
now, to me,
Woodbridge
and am I being ageist or am I wrong? That is for pensioners, isn't it?
It's in for pensioners, yes. Any of those afternoon game shows are for pensioners.
They get up and about, they scream and they jump and they act like they're on it.
Yeah, there's one thing watching it, there's another thing being involved in it.
And so I've spoken to a few other Tipping Point people because our friend Claire, who worked here, she was on
it, but she also...
she's like an 89-year-old woman in, how old is she?
30-year-old's body,
Yeah. So I tried to explain to him that, he goes, why do you think it's for pensioners? And I said, because... the whole thing about the game is that big money thing. Yep. That the money slides down, then you get pushed off. So that's where you leave your nana at the fair. And literally in Kalgoorlie, you'd go to the fair. You go to the fair with your nana, and you'd leave her there, and then everyone would go off, and it was just nanas. And then they'd come and collect your nanas. Sometimes you took home the wrong one, and you just collect your nanas.
I would go there with my mates, and we'd just try to bump it as much as we can. So the
just
money falls
literally
down
hip and shoulder.
And then the alarm went off. Do you and Megan sit at home and...
I don't think there's many
They won't
couples
even
at
sit
all.
in the same room. What are you
Don't sit
talking
in
about?
rooms.
So
Often.
do you have a thing you watch together, no?
No.
No? Amy,
You might watch something at the same time, but it's not something that's not appointment, is it?
No, we don't have any appointment stuff.
Only series.
What series?
We're looking forward to the White Lotus, so we saved that for this weekend. We're like so excited. Yes, we can.
There's only one episode,
invest.
so it's,
yeah. What else have we watched? We've watched a few different ones, but other than that, probably
It's sport.
So like Wildcats are on.
But you're not. Yeah, absolutely. But you're not sitting down to watch Tipping Point and or The Chase or
absolutely
Days of Our Lives. Is that still on, by the way?
Bold and the Beautiful.
Bold and the Beautiful.
Bold and the Beautiful, literally, you can miss 3 years and come back and it's the same scene. It's insane. So I don't know, I was just saying for relationships, that seems really nice.
Yeah, it's kind of cute.
To have someone...
No, I don't disagree. It seems really lame when you first bring it up, and then it
Oh,
is
no,
not.
because I will never stop taking the piss out of them.
But like, imagine having something that you as a couple
Yes,
both
Natalie,
love to
that's your
do. So
thing.
you're actually looking forward to spending time together, Sean,
And you don't want to
as a couple every day.
And you don't want to do that. You don't want to do that with anyone else. And you want to talk about the thing that you do
and
with
you
me.
rush home to do it.
To watch Tipping Point.
I know.
With your wife. With your wife.
It sounds nice. It sounds nice.
That's them some relationship goals right there.
I'd like to do it, but I can't.
You can. Or you can rush home and watch Tipping Point.
I know, but like not with anyone.
You're not going to fight with anyone.
The closest I can do is I'm sit on one hand, wait until it's numb, and then pretend it's someone else's when I'm holding it.
You're very close to some of your pot plants.
Not that close. And then once you do that to them and they die, you can't take them back to Bunnings for a free refund.
Also, you don't want a houseplant to be better at Tipping Point than you. That's the other. That's the risk,
tough.
isn't it?
Nathan, Nat, and Sean podcast.
10K drive-through. Thanks to Thirsty Camel. Win 10 grand with Nathan, Nat and Sean at our Thirsty Camel 10K drive-through at CY O'Connor in Piara Waters. Shop the way you want and save big bucks in-store and online at The Camel.
All right, someone's about to score a spot in our Thirsty Camel 10K drive-through at CY O'Connor in Piara Waters. It's tomorrow week, everybody.
Tomorrow week. Get excited.
$10,000 for answering a few questions.
Susan's in Gooseberry Hill. Mark's in Warwick. We'll start with you, Susan. Good morning.
Good morning.
Hi,
Susan, Gooseberry Hill is beautiful.
It's stunning.
Isn't
Well
it?
done.
Isn't it? All like, when you're up there, Sean, there's
Not often have I been there.
some little
Tell me.
shops. It's very Stars Hollow.
Is there gooseberries around off the trees and stuff?
Yeah, and there's a hill.
It's not a lot of gooseberries, is there?
No, not really.
Yeah.
Well, they started breaking into people's houses, so they run them out of the area.
Fair call.
Susan, do you have like city views from where you are?
Yes, we do.
Okay, so I'm
nice.
interested in this one now. What car do you drive?
BMW.
You're very cagey. You knew that was coming, Susan, didn't you?
So those views,
That
are
could
they
be
from
an old one.
Those views of the city, are they from your infinity pool?
Yes.
Or from the third turret of the castle? All right, so you're up
Love
against
you,
Mark
Steve.
from Warwick. Hello, Mark.
Hello, how's it going?
Hi, Mark. So you're driving a stolen Commodore, yeah?
No, it's a Toyota Camry.
Camry.
Are you just
are
saying that
trustworthy.
because we told people to say you're driving a Camry yesterday?
Absolutely, yes.
What are you really driving?
And will you take...
No, it's one of those little electric MGs, not a BMW.
Are you an electric car?
MGs are... We've had a few people talking about MGs this week.
And the little ones, are they like... Does that take like 5 seconds to charge?
No, it takes a while, but yeah, you can charge it pretty quick, about 50 minutes if you're on one of those. Like,
And if you're desperate, you just get the remotes from your battery, from your remote.
Three AAAs, yeah. All right. And do you live in a castle, Mark? Just question.
The Warwick Castle.
Warwick Castle.
Regular house, yeah, very comfortable.
Okay. All right. What's going to happen? We've got a bunch of questions. We're going to ask you if you know the answer. Buzz in with your name. You get it right, you take the point. You get it wrong, we'll ask another question.
Yep.
It's the first to 5.
Now, Susan's she's going to be not playing. Her butler's going to be playing. So Gerard will be playing on Susan's
Always
behalf.
Gerard. Always.
Let's test your buzzers. Susan?
Susan?
Yeah, Susan.
Mark?
Mark.
That's the way.
They're working, guys.
All right, here we go, guys. Which appliance brand's name, when spelt backwards, is Gems?
Susan.
Yes, Susan.
Meg.
Yes,
Yeah.
It's right in
you
your
two
head,
thought
mate.
that was a trick question, didn't you? And it wasn't at all. All right. Susan leads 1-0.
Okay, great.
Question number 2. What is the name of Harry Potter's pet owl?
Mark.
Yes, Mark.
Hedwig.
Yes, Mark.
Hedwig it is.
Knows his
Mark.
owls.
Knows his owls.
Knows his owls.
It's tied up
He's
at 1-1.
wise, that's why.
Okay.
Oh, okay. That's great.
Next question. What is the national animal of Scotland?
Mark.
Yes, Mark.
Unicorn.
Yes,
Oh,
Mark.
use your horn. The unicorn.
The
I wrote a song
unicorn.
about the unicorn. I'll sing it later for you,
Yeah,
Mark.
true story.
All right, here we
It's
go.
not even real.
They were on the Scotch that night when they picked that.
Oh, weren't they?
Yeah. And Sean, remember you couldn't guess the unicorn of the sea the other day?
No, I couldn't.
All right,
Mark leads 2-1, everybody.
here we go, guys. Including thumbs, how many digits does Kermit the Frog have on each hand?
Susan.
Susan.
4.
You know what?
Correct.
He is one, I think, of the only existing puppets that has 5 digits.
He's got
It's amazing.
He's got the correct number. I don't know if it's the correct number for a frog, but it's the correct
No.
number for a person.
Yeah, there you go.
No point there. We move on to the next question.
Okay, number 5. What is the main gas found in the air we breathe?
Mark.
Susan.
Mark.
Mate. Nitrogen.
Yes, Mark.
But how see you and over it's Sean's fart.
Pulled
Jeez,
that one from
that was
nowhere.
good.
Mark
He did
leads
pull it from
3-1. This is... Susan, you've got to make a comeback, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all right. She's just laying back in the pool.
Which AFL team has won the most premierships?
Mark.
Yes, Mark?
Collingwood.
Incorrect. We would have taken Carlton or Essendon.
Yeah.
Actually, 16 at 16
Yeah.
each.
16
But
apiece,
yeah,
not bad.
yeah.
Yeah, I would've
No
got
point
that.
there.
All right, guys. In which US state would you find the city of Las Vegas?
Susan.
Mark.
Oh,
Nevada?
Susan.
I know he said it, but he said it after
Yeah,
him.
sorry, Susan.
I heard
It
you.
was a
I
split
see
second,
you.
but Mark got in first.
I know.
And Mark takes that point. He's on the brink of victory at 4-1.
Come on, Susan, you were so close.
Come on, Susan.
Susan's
You can do
great.
it.
Susan's
Oh,
great.
man.
No,
I
you're
know.
the best, Susan. All right.
Okay, next question.
Okay. Which 2024 blockbuster brings together an anti-hero in red spandex and a clawed mutant with a bad attitude?
Yes,
Susan?
Susan.
Wolverine and
Yeah.
oh god. I've lost it.
Oh,
You were thinking of Deadpool, weren't you? Deadpool on
Hilarious.
Wolverine.
Deadpool.
No point there. Okay, Mark is still on the brink of victory. Next question. What is the name of Winnie the Pooh's donkey friend?
Mark.
Yes, Mark. Mark for the win.
Eeyore.
Sorry,
Well,
Sue.
Susan.
Should have got the butler to do it, mate.
Mate, I'll tell you what. Take your helicopter and try and find him and drop something on his head.
I know it'll be.
Mark,
I know it'll be.
have you got 3 smart friends, Mark?
Oh, I've got 3 friends. I'll try and find the smart one.
Yeah,
Are they going to fit into your car? Because it sounds like it's a dinky.
Only just.
Okay, great.
Yeah, so he needs also 3 skinny friends.
3 thin friends.
Thin friends. You're going to be coming along to our Thirsty Camel 10K drive-thru. It's at CY O'Connor in Piara Waters. Someone's going to win $10,000. Could be you, Mark. And a cheeky little sweetener for you as well. $150 to spend at Thirsty Camel is all yours, Mark.
Hey, Mark, we got a question. Yesterday we threw it around. How are you going to split the money with your car if you were to win?
Oh, it's a good question. I might have to bring 3 family members and then we can keep it all. No, well, I'd go even split, sorry.
Would you?
Well, I don't know that you got in.
But you're the one that did this work. So I
You're
think
the
initially,
captain.
I think you should have more. I think it should be half and the rest split the other half. But what?
Yeah.
So you're going to be all the way?
I think I'll go even split, but if they answer no questions, then they get nothing.
And they get out of the car. We'll just push them out of the car. Great,
Kick them out.
perfect.
You've got a week to think about it and write the contract, but that's great. We'll see you there, Mark. Don't worry if you missed out, everybody. Another spot is up for grabs tomorrow.
Nathan, Nat, and Sean podcast.
There's an article in the paper that really caught my eye, Nat, and you're familiar with this. 2 Fremantle cafes had to shut down last week, actually.
And they're not just any cafes. It's the cafe at the swimming pool.
Yes,
and it's the cafe
Centre.
at the Fremantle Arts Centre, which is
a lot of people go to the Arts Centre now, particularly on the weekend. It's quite iconic.
It's delightful. The courtyard there, it's so beautiful.
That's nice.
And now that you can't go there and have something there.
There's some interesting cafes, aren't there, in businesses that you wouldn't really know about?
Yeah. Like the Arts, absolutely. Owner Gavin Wilcock, look, he put it down to a slight increase in the prices of sweet treats. See, what he reckons is that he had to increase the prices of croissants and other cabinet treats at the Arts Centre by 20 cents in December.
Yeah, and people complained so much.
People went off their head.
And he said he knew that he was going to have to raise the price of coffee because, of course, the cost of coffee's gone up. And he, by at least 50 cents. And he went, people complain so much about a 20-cent extra on their croissant that I don't want to have to put up with it.
What?
I'm out. And closed like that. It wasn't like we're closing at the end of the month.
Yeah.
It was we won't be here tomorrow.
I feel for these businesses because as a consumer, it's going up 20 cents. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I know everyone's got their limit, but at the moment, you've got to realise a lot of these businesses have been absorbing those costs for a while to try and put this off. So when it's a 20-cent increase, that's not enough.
And there was so much whinging that he went, I can't even face it.
Enough. But did it take it over? You know, when people everything was like $3.99, so it wasn't $4. Did it take it over a mental price?
It must have.
Threshold.
I think a lot of us have got a mental price threshold.
Yeah, because there's a bakery in the city that I've been telling you about, and I absolutely love it. And I won't say their name right now because it's about a price, but this amazing custard filled croissant, right, on Uber Eats was $6.50. And I was like, oh my God, that's amazing because these croissants are usually $9. Then literally over a weekend, now they're $8.50.
Yeah, so
now from that $2, even though I can afford it, I'm not buying one.
Yeah, it's a mental block straight away.
Yeah.
Scotoma.
They hadn't even been there that long either because a year ago I was doing water walking at the pool because I hurt my knee. I was recovering from that, remember?
Yeah.
And there was no kiosk there. That cafe hadn't opened yet.
Was Dame Judi Dench really shocked too? That was in the next year?
I made a lot of friends with old ladies with new knees, Nathan.
Old ladies, lovely. I had a friend at Danny Green's gym. She used to be on the exercise bike. I love old ladies. They're great. Sean, have you got any in your life?
No.
We digress.
Okay. But 20 cents, we're talking about just tipping you over the edge. You were just talking about the custard pastry, but there's sometimes you go, no, that's it. I've had enough.
20 cents
it's tipped me over the edge.
It's tipped the customers over the edge, but the poor business owners, they've been tipped over the edge by one too many people whinging about it.
He said they were all grumpy and I can't deal with it anymore.
You know what, though?
Happy people.
It happens in relationships too, you know what I mean? Because things build up, and it could literally be...
Yeah,
he ate your twin pole.
And are we really breaking up because I wouldn't pick up my towel?
Yeah.
Like that was everything before that.
And people hanging on that excuse, but it's the build up to that. But I love that excuse. She left me because I ate her twin pole. I met a guy when I was doing radio around Australia that his wife, his girlfriend, stabbed in the back with her high heel because he brought a cornetto, what is it, the drumstick?
Cornetto.
A cornetto back to, because she was pregnant, a cornetto back home, and then when she opened it, the comb was broken, and she got that enraged.
Well, that's his fault. So
see. It's those small things that tip you over the edge.
We want to know what the last straw was. If it was at work, if it was in a relationship, whatever it might be.
Who broke your cornetto cone?
What was the final thing that broke you that said, I am not taking this anymore?
It might have been a TV show that you just given it a go.
Whatever the minor infraction, but it was enough.
Send you over the edge. I'm closing the doors.
Come on, you can get it off your chest.
I just remembered, I'm not going to say names, and you know who I'm talking about, so please don't say the name, okay? So, I had a friend that I would take sometimes to some Nova events, and sometimes the people that were with me, like professional reporters, would go, oh my God, your friend's full on. So anyway, and I knew that, so I took him very sparingly to places. And the last straw was we went to a movie preview at the cinema. And my friend just met two of my workmates here, two girls that we worked with here, and he had a full-blown argument with them over the date of the time that was on the time machine in Back to the Future.
Wow.
He believed it was something, and they said categorically it isn't because they know it. And
Also,
then
easily Googleable.
And he started having a go at them in the line of the cinema. My work friends, and I was mortified. And and then I took this person to the cricket once, and then that was beforehand. And then when I got up and walked away, the reporter that's on one of the stations here turned around and said, "Why did you bring him?"
It's a great question.
So that was when he fought with my work friends over Back to the Future.
That was the final straw.
Okay. Fiona's in Duncraig. Hello.
Hi, how are you?
We're being pushed to the brink today, Fiona.
Yeah.
What tipped you over the edge?
Well, back in the day when I was a packet a day smoker, when cigarettes hit $2, I thought that's
$2?
it. I'm not spending
For a packet?
$14. Yeah. I'm not spending $14 a week on cigarettes.
No way.
How much are they now?
What's a packet
50?
now?
Like 70 or something, aren't they?
Yeah, probably. Yeah, I think so.
What were your flavour back then?
There was Winnie Green.
So is that the environmental ones?
Or Alpine.
So you like the minty flavours, is that right?
Yeah. But, sometimes it was Winnie Blue. So, yeah, that was on a hard night.
A good bogan. Fee, was that was the end of your smoking from then?
Yeah, packet a day. I did sort of do casual sort of going out cigarettes, but then I thought, nah, it's a bit too expensive.
$2 a packet.
A packet of 20 cigarettes in Australia now?
Yes.
$40.
So $2 from $40. Oh, my God.
Yeah.
$2, that's the price of Mum's jeans that got at that time on sale.
Pair of jeans
you can't
or a
smoke them,
packet of darts?
Thank you, Fiona. Alison's in Seville Grove. Hello.
Hi.
Hi,
Ali.
Alison.
Okay. What pushed you over the edge?
My children attend a Catholic primary school, and the school decided to go cashless for the canteen.
Yeah.
So you have to place the order by 8:30 for them to get their order.
Okay.
And then they've also, you have to pay a 28-cent charge per child for their orders.
Why?
I assume because it's through a third party.
Yeah.
Yeah. But still, if I want to purchase a $2 ice cream for my daughter for lunch, I have to then pay 30 cents on top.
I'm sorry. Whatever's happening in that transaction is not 30 cents worth of labour or whatever.
Well, exactly. I don't know.
No, even like credit card fees aren't that expensive. Like, do you know what I mean?
On percentage basis, they're not.
No.
So if that, you know what? Some people might say 28 cents is petty, but it's not the 28 cents. It's the idea behind that 28 cents, I think.
I agree. Think about that.
Is that it? Your kids no longer getting food from the canteen? Packed lunches only?
No, not at all. Like, they still get their ice cream here and there. But, like, you know what I mean? We're at a private school, and then that extra added cost that adds up throughout the year. It's supposed to be a luxury.
I know. Yeah, and how are you supposed to buy your Bentley at the end of the year? That's private school people do, is that right?
That's what I
Yeah.
That's ridiculous, by the way.
That's amazing, isn't it? Like, if you're going to go cashless, you've got to make it, like, cheap system for everybody
also,
to
by
use.
the way, processing fees, right? We're in a world where it's hard to buy something from someone actually selling it to you, right? So you do it all yourself.
Yep.
And then they charge you the fee for doing it all yourself.
I know.
We should be getting paid.
Yeah.
For
Have you
doing
bought
your
tickets
job.
from Ticketek or in fact any ticketing agency where it doesn't matter how you get them.
I know.
It costs you $7 or something. Like, there's no way it costs $7 for an email to turn up automatically in my inbox.
Yeah. And so when you do it for the cinema as well, so there's a service fee. So why?
Yeah.
The computer isn't a person. He doesn't have a wife and kids.
Thanks, Alison. Rachel's in Ferndale. She's going to finish herself. What's happening, Rach?
Hi, guys.
Hey, Rach.
What was the last straw that pushed you over the edge?
So I was on a pre-op diet of weight loss shakes 3 a day that were mixed with water.
Yeah. Yes, I had to do this too before my surgery.
Are they
Rach.
gross?
They're not great.
Surgery. Yeah, so day 4, my husband was cooking onions and I lost it. I cried. They smelled so good.
Because you couldn't have onions.
Yes. Yeah, the smell of onions when you're like 4 days in on shakes. Oh.
And you wouldn't talk to him, Rach?
I was so upset. And then he was like, do you want to eat something? And I'm like, yes, I do. He's like,
Of course I do. Because I want to eat something. I can't.
So they were just cooked onions.
But the smell of cooked onions.
Delicious.
That is.
How angry were you? Did you cry?
Oh, I was in bed crying. I was like,
she took to bed.
Rachel.
Yeah, I had to get away from him.
Did he put garlic in with him as well? Because that smell, that's the pinnacle. That smell is just...
Yeah,
too good.
He was starting a red sauce, so he went, send us the garlic. And I was just like, oh my God, I was an absolute wreck.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I love it. And then she called the police on him.
Yeah, then you had to move out for the rest of... How long did you have to do it for ahead of the surgery? Was it 3 weeks?
It was 2 weeks.
Yeah, mine was 3. So, how do you reckon I went?
So did you have a serving of onions at the end?
No, well, because then you can't really eat.
No, yeah, because after the surgery,
no more onions.
Well, no, you're on liquid only for the first couple of weeks.
Then mashed potato.
But the next time you ate onions, was it everything you thought it was going to be?
Yeah, of course.
Sean, you know what?
Well, I could only have like a mouthful.
Yeah, that's
there
right.
are girls out there that
One
want
tiny
like
spoonful of
diamonds and
onions.
tiaras and the brand new things, and there's some girls that just want some cooked
We need
onions.
more Rachels.
Give
We need
Rach
more
her
Rachels.
onions.
This is the Nathan, Nat and Sean podcast.
The one and the only, Mark Beretta. Brett, welcome.
Oh, legends. How are you? G'day, Nathan. G'day, Nat. G'day, Sean.
Hey, Mark, amazing stuff.
Amazing stuff. Do you like your cheese, your Beretta cheese?
It's a favourite, absolutely. The whole family loves their Beretta cheese.
Yes.
It's a real treat.
When you're on national TV and you get a cheese named after you, you've made it.
Are you serious?
I'm pretty sure you might be able to correct me here, but is there a Beretta shotgun? That's a thing?
It certainly is.
Yeah.
The third oldest industrial family in the world make those beautiful sporting shotguns for the Olympic Games.
Is there a Beretta hat? No, it's a beret.
That's a beret. Yeah.
Hey, Mark, I was looking at all the stuff that you've done, which is amazing.
So
we just
much.
mentioned the 13 Olympics and, the Bathurst, Sydney and Harbours and all that kind of stuff. I did not know that you're a 10-time Australian water ski champion.
I knew. You are,
My
aren't you,
Lord.
That's a long time ago.
So
Yeah,
that was
long time
to
ago.
me, that was the 80s, is that right?
Yeah, the 80s and 90s, yeah.
That was water skiing.
But, good fun. I loved it. Skied a fair bit in WA, actually. Frank Bonney's got a spot down the road there, and we had national titles down at Albany, which was pretty cool.
So were you like a trick water skier, the ones, where you do all the flips in the air, or were you like a flat-out speed water skier?
No, I was tournament, so what they call slalom, tricks and jumps. They got the 3 events. You know, Burswood, the jump ramp is there, so we use that a fair bit,
I'm tournament too, meaning my arms got torn out. Because you don't realise that you need strength up there to be able to hold on.
You need strength.
When you watch it on the TV, they're just holding on. But, that takes force
you're really holding on.
strength. I've never stood up.
Mark, tell us when you first started doing this and how you got to the level of competing.
Well, my parents loved it. Well, I grew up in Geelong in Victoria, and Mum and Dad loved to water ski. It was their thing. And, Dad threw me over the side of the boat when I was 4 years old. He put a life jacket on the front and one on the back of me. I couldn't swim, so I started when I was about 4.5, and just followed it through. My claim to fame was I taught Olivia Newton-John how to water ski.
Wow! Come on.
That was one of my greatest moments. I was working at a water ski centre in just outside LA.
Yeah.
And she would come out there. She used to love to ski. And she was with a guy called Matt Latanzi, who was Chloe's father. And they'd come skiing. And, so they loved, the fact they could have an Aussie instructor. So,
no. She summer loved it. She summer loved it.
She would have been hot as chips too, Mark.
Exactly right. It was about
Tell us more.
mid-80s, I reckon, yeah. For an 18-year-old kid from Geelong, it was a big deal.
Hey, you would have cut a sway yourself being at a ski park as an Aussie, surely.
Yeah, what's your number?
Not at all.
Olivia Newton-John.
The transition from being a water ski champion, there's plenty of footballers move into the media. That's not uncommon at all. But a water ski champion moving into the media, how did that transition happen?
Remarkably straightforward. So there's a big event in Melbourne called Moomba, and there's a big water ski tournament called the Moomba Masters. And so I'd competed in that for about 8 years, and then as I started to really just die in the arse, basically, as a skier, I wanted to do commentary. I just loved the idea of sports commentary, and I love watching sports. So I approached Seven and said, listen, I'd love to have a crack at this. And I did a bit of that. And then I started off at Channel 10 doing the basketball. And Eddie Maguire young fella called Eddie Maguire, who I was working with at Triple M at the time. Eddie took me to Channel 10, and eventually a job came up at Channel 7, and I went there in 95 and been there ever since. So,
I don't know if you know, Eddie Maguire actually went on to be quite successful, if you don't know.
He went on to be really successful, and I'm still working in sport.
But this is so weird. So imagine nowadays, right?
Yes.
A water skier.
Yes.
Contacts a channel, a TV network, and says, I want to be a sports reporter, and they say yes.
It's not going to happen.
But he's gone from commentating stuff like Moomba and the water skiing to basketball.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. No,
take it back to the very origin. Hello, Channel 7. Hi, can I have a job? What do you do? I'm a water skier. The end.
Yeah, but he started off commentating water skiing, so you can see that fits. But making the crossover to basketball, did you know anything about basketball other than watching basketball?
I loved it. I used to watch, but I grew up in Geelong, so AFL was probably my first sport, and the Mighty Cats. But my interview with Channel 7 was for 10 minutes in the car park of Channel 7 in Melbourne, and that was my interview was while the producer Billy Cannon came down for his morning cigarette.
Yes.
He interviewed me while he was having his smoke.
That's how we got interviewed too, and the things we did in that car to get this job, mate.
I mean, clearly his instinct was right.
Yeah, that's true.
You're still around, all these years later.
But all these other water skiers are going, I'm going to transition to a media world. And they're going, why did it work for him?
Hey, Mark.
They're all working for big networks in the US. They're all ESPN.
ESPN, of course. Mark, the Army Reserves. You're in that.
Yes, I am.
Yeah, my brother was in that, and I was like, "Why? If you might get caught off the bench."
Yeah. So one of my mates is still in the Army Reserves. He was in the Army, and then he works as a policeman, but he's in the Army Reserves still to this day. Something that really interests you? What do you? How does this work?
No,
why? I think is the question.
Yep. No, I'd always had an interest, and I was interested in it after school, and I just obviously took a different road. And it was funny how all these great things happen. I was then seeing an event for Army up in Brisbane. Ended up in a pub at 2:00 in the morning, and I said, I'd always wanted to join, but I'm too old now. And they said, as a matter of fact, you're not. We'll see you Monday morning.
Oh, really? That's when you go.
But no, I love it. It's great. It's such a change from this other TV world.
Yeah.
Met some awesome people. It's actually a really great culture in there. So I love my time in Green. It's just it's a refreshing time.
Okay, so World War breaks out tomorrow.
Yep.
Are you, right now, going to put on your army costumes?
Fatigues.
Sounds tiring, actually. Are you going to put on your fatigues and you're going to go off and you're going to go fight?
I guess when you sign up to do what you got to do.
Because I've got a very good idea. No country would ever expect the water skiing battalion. Imagine it. All behind a thing like this.
Behind a big
pyramid. And then out of it comes all the water skiers. And they've all got their little hand going,
yeah, we're going with the three-tier pyramid. Good call.
They'll never see it coming. They'll never see it coming.
You've done in Singapore Harbour before.
Wow, we're solving the world's problems.
Wow. Exactly. That, Sean, has not been done yet in the military.
No, it's about time.
Take that to the Situation Room.
Beretta, you must be pretty proud. It's an incredible career. And obviously you're not done. Like, you're still chalking up the years.
For sure.
Yeah.
Oh, I'd like to go on a couple more if I can. Yeah. Look, I love it. It's a ripping job, as you guys know. I mean, being on there in the morning is great fun.
The best thing is waking up early, isn't it? That's the best part.
Oh, isn't that the best? Yeah,
Yum.
But once you get there, and once you get amongst the team, I'm lucky. I've worked with some ripping people, had some great experiences, and just the interaction with people in the street, I just love. The fact that people treat you nicely is really cool.
Yeah. So all I need from you for this 30th year, I think that you need to do something. Let's go back to the roots. You need to be on TV showing us you can still water ski. Are you going to do it?
Yeah, okay, I can do it.
Oh, he can do it.
We want to see tricks and everything. We want flicks in the air. I don't know what the technical terms are.
Yeah.
Triple axel. Oh, well, that's us skating.
For a while, I was the biggest, oldest, fattest guy in the world doing a backflip on a trick ski. So I could have another crack at that if you want a real laugh.
On a trick ski?
Yes, please. Yes, please. We'll order one, thanks. That'll be great. You're funny, mate. I like it.
Well,
congratulations, mate.
Yeah, it's a brilliant achievement, and of course, there's many more to come. Thanks for talking to us, Brett.
You're very kind, legends. Thanks very much.
No worries.
Tell us on time.
Yeah, I know. Oh, she's Waterskip Telethon.
We can make it happen.
We'll make it happen.
This is the Nathan, Nat and Sean podcast.
Like Sean's Rotto Swim, Dardanup Butchering Company goes the distance. Taste Dardanup at WA's best venues.
It's just 2 sleeps to go until the big Rotto Swim. Sean McManus.
Yeah, it's about 5,000 people who will be involved.
And 4 of them are McManuses.
Yeah,
in
they are.
fact.
No sleeps for insomniacs.
Yeah.
No, that's true. Thanks to the Dardanup Butchering Company, Sean is going to be swimming his way to Rotto this Saturday, and you could be there watching him.
Now, to celebrate, you get to come along if you would like. 2 return C-Link ferry tickets and $250 spending money.
I would like to request anyone that is going to, if they want to show Sean they're supporting him, can you make a sign and it says Dernert? So how are we spelling it again, Sean?
Because apparently it's a word.
D-E-R-N, Dernert, E-N-T.
Okay, Dernert.
Dernert. All right.
We're going to play a round of splash cards. We've got 2 contestants waiting in the wings. Tash, hello.
Hello.
Hi, Tash. You're in the hot seat, right? So we're going to hold you there because I want to find out from Jay. Hi, Jay.
Good morning.
Hi,
Morning, Jay.
From Jay, who Jay would pick. Because the other day blew my mind. The first person that got to pick chose Sean.
I know.
Natalie and I didn't know what to do.
I scored the first
Sean
few days.
didn't know what to do.
Today, your choices are Sean McManus, who we're going to keep playing it till he wins. Up against T.
Voice of an angel.
Voice of an angel, newsreader extraordinaire.
Hottest hot girl walks.
Very, the most attractive person.
Her boyfriend, probably husband, very soon. Has abs, real ones.
So, yeah, actual abs. So, Jay, you don't get to choose, but hypothetically speaking, who would you pick, Sean or T?
I'll go T.
Yeah.
Okay.
Unfortunately, you don't get to pick. So that was out of our own curiosity.
Hi,
Tash, you are in the power seat.
And maybe you want the power bottom, Sean McManus.
Yes.
No, I'm going Sean.
Wait, you are voluntarily siding with Sean.
I go.
Magnificent, Tash. We're going to win.
Okay, sorry, this is the most important thing ever. You're positive.
We're going to win, Tash.
Yeah.
To be fair, T did say, how does this game work when she walked in? So, okay.
Sean still doesn't know what's going on, so
not in my favour. Okay, so we will give you the category, and then...
I haven't really explained it to people at home. This is all going to be about like an aquatic theme, anything ocean-based. There's a big screen in here, and it's going to have an image that flips up. We will tell the category beforehand, and you'll both get the same category per round, okay? And then Sean and T, I'll say this again, Sean, will use 3 words only. They can't have anything really rhyming. They can't be any part of the word.
No
we know
singing,
the rules.
no rhyming.
And they have to be, Natalie, what else?
3 words. So words, actual words.
So country and western, not one word. So that's the deal. And then from the moment that flashcard comes up, you're going to be timed. Sean has to come up with the 3 clues, and then you have to guess it. And that's when the timer stops. Whoever gets the best time in that round wins that round. Let's do it.
Okay, so Sean and Tash, you're going first. Our first category is activities. Okay, go.
Okay, pool, ball, Olympics.
Water volleyball?
No.
Close.
No.
Have another guess.
Yes. Amy? What have we got? 11 minutes. 11.88
Tash, not a bad start.
Okay, Jay and T.
All right, guys. Are you ready?
No, I'm not ready.
Okay, so it's an activity. Remember, water, ocean-based, whatever.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1. Splash card.
Real. Sand.
Fishing.
Yeah!
That was terrible. But luckily, Jay is a genius.
I'm protesting again.
What?
Water polo, fishing. I mean, come on, they're not on equal basis.
Oh my God.
Sean,
this is a handicap match every day.
Sean,
hey, Tash, don't worry, we'll overcome.
Sean,
I'm all about
likes a bad loser,
if
Sean.
T was chosen first, that would have been T's.
Yeah.
This isn't a conspiracy theory. Get the alpha off your head.
It's a sheepskin cover.
No. Next round. Okay, next round, everybody.
Sure.
The category is animals.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, Eddie the skier. Eddie the... Tash, you there?
Pass.
Giraffe. No, keep giving. Remember,
keep going.
it's an aquatic animal.
Aquatic animal, but skier.
Dolphin.
Oh. No, you know what? That was the shittest stuff, Sean. That was terrible. You're never going to get it.
Come on, Eddie the Eel.
Never going to get it. Never going to get it.
Okay, so Sean.
Eddie the Eel.
No.
Eddie the Eel was a swimmer. Eddie the Eagle was a skier.
Long, slimy, electric.
Yeah. Moray.
Okay, that would have been better.
Okay, so what was the time there? Oh, they didn't get one. So, all right.
So this is animals.
Yeah.
Okay, so T, I'll wait for the countdown.
Okay.
3, 2, 1, splash cut.
Small.
Turtle.
Come on.
Another word.
Gallop.
Yes. Gallop. That's what she said.
Small gallops.
I'm just repeating what she said.
What do you mean?
Spiky.
Oh my God. No.
Spiky. Okay.
We've got to go to ads. It's over.
Crab.
No.
Small gallop.
Gallop. It's a gallop.
Yes.
Time's up.
Hey, Tash, we're still alive in this comp.
Gallop. It's not Jeff Gallop.
No, that was a seahorse.
Seahorse.
That's a tough one.
So no points awarded in that
Wet
one.
Melbourne Cup.
Hey, Tash, we're still in it.
Yeah.
Hey, T, you're actually really bad at this.
I am, yeah.
Stuff.
Okay, next category, everybody. Object.
The pressure.
So Tash and Sean.
Okay.
Everyone calm down.
3, 2, 1, splash card.
Necklace from beach.
Stop, yes.
Shell.
Yes, she said shell. Yes.
Okay, what time did we get?
11:01.
11:01. All right, that's the time to beat.
Petrol station, Brian. Okay, so we're going to go to...
You're really good.
Should we have a game of what I would have done?
No.
So this is objects again.
T and J.
T and
I'll try to
J.
be faster this time, sorry.
Okay, everyone, let's calm the farm. 3, 2, 1, splash card.
Oh, cowbunga. Long. Tricks.
Surfer.
It's an object you're looking for? Time's up.
Yes.
You've timed out.
Hey, Tash, we're in it.
So Tash and Sean won that one. It was surfboard was the answer
I thought the
there.
first one.
Okay, I didn't know that something could happen that would make me change my views on you.
Yeah.
So this is it.
I've
This
lost
is the
respect
final
for
one.
myself.
Okay, right.
All right. It comes
Categories
down
are
to this one.
Categories are movies.
It's movies.
This is
This time, so
your
think
streak, not
movies with that are aquatic or water themed.
Okay.
All right.
Sean
and Tash.
Yep.
3, 2, 1, splash card.
Oh, easy.
Oh,
Easy.
no.
Book, tiger, boat.
Yep, done.
Yeah.
Done.
Life of Pi.
Yeah. Sean.
Good.
Sean, you thought that was your worst? That was your best?
I thought that was...
Lean into your worst qualities.
Yes, exactly. 10:46 is the time to beat T and J.
I need you guys up right now.
You cannot let Sean McManus
I'll
win.
never be able to step foot in this building.
So everybody, let's calm it down.
The category, remember?
Can we turn that music down?
J and T is
I
movies.
need to really focus.
Movies.
Looking for a movie title.
You're getting in my head, Sean.
I'm trying to.
3, 2, 1, splash cards.
Oh. Bethany. Shark. Denon.
Yeah.
Oh!
Jaws.
No.
Oh my God.
Bethany,
I
Shark.
don't know this one.
No. How about this? Stop.
It's over, isn't it? Is it over?
One-arm surfer?
Yeah.
One-arm surfer?
No, you can't say surfer because it's in the name.
One-arm something. One-arm. One-arm.
The answer is Soul Surfer. By the way, check it out. It's actually a really good show to watch. And by the way,
unthinkable has happened.
Tash, you stay strong with me and we got over the line, my friend.
Tash, you've won 2 return ceiling ferry tickets and $250 spending money from Dardanut Butcher and Company. Go and power Sean swim to Roto on the weekend.
T, it's amazing to personally experience the moment of your career low. And it's now.
The low, yeah.
And it's as low as it can go.
Yeah.
Yes. I'll say it again.
You're going to be
Tash, you're a
brewing
champion.
seahorse for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
Here's the deal. If you lose 2 more competitions to Sean throughout the year, we shave your head. Okay, deal?
No.
This is the Nathan, Nat and Sean podcast.
Tomorrow on the show, Hayden Ballantyne's going to join us.
Yeah, we are. We're going to talk
for a
about
while.
Bellas. Yep.
So
Caitlin
great,
Bassett
Caitlin.
as well.
Yeah.
And
Wait, Caitlin's doing splash.
yeah, I think so.
Oh, splash cards. Yeah,
As
absolutely.
reigning champion, Sean.
I cannot believe.
And a couple of my sons are going to come in.
Oh, I thought we were only having one.
I think we might have a couple.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
look
from
out.
different mothers. They're going to meet for the first time, and it's going to be like very Maury Povich. T. So T's popped in because he has had a great week this week, and
He's had a great week. What
I love about this, right, is I see the banter of people on the news after they've finished their reports, and I've seen you do it, Sean. It's like, this weekend's going to be a wet one, isn't it? Like, what are you doing? I don't know. I bought a trampoline. I don't know. I swear it's been rehearsed. I swear, because it doesn't seem natural. Now, T does that sort of same job here, and we throw a lot of actual shit onto her. And one of those things is we discovered that you have poo o'clock.
Yeah, it's 2:30.
2:30.
Yep.
So that's when she poos here. So if you need her, you can't.
So just before the 7:30
because
bully,
she's
or
dropping the
around
kids
that
off
time.
to the pool.
Can change, but you know.
And you've taken it on board. You've taken it on board.
Embracing it.
And it's been a week now, and I wonder if people are catching on. I wonder if this is affecting your life.
Yeah, well, I just got a really lovely morning text from my boyfriend, Robbie.
Who
and he
has
goes,
abs?
He does, yes. And he goes, how's my poo girl today?
and yet
Really
that's
stuck.
still not the worst thing that's happened to you, because we just heard that round of splash cards and you were
that was even
woeful.
worse.
I know. So Poo Girl is your OnlyFans account.
You'd make a fortune. You actually would make a
Time to
fortune.
make a little extra cash.
Brown today.
Hello, Ross.
Poor T. Actually, on your Nathan and
Poo
Sean...
tea, I think.
Yeah, Poo T. On your Nathan and Sean Instagram, there's a little, and I think this makes sense now, there's a little poo emoticon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also there's a recipe for poutine coming up that she came up with.
Well done, T, on embracing that one.
Thanks, Ross.
Nathan, Nat and Sean is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcasts.com.au. Nova.